So I wanted to move away from Raw
All right.
a little bit and kind of talk about some more current events. We talked about this earlier in the program. Hulk Hogan. So
Hogan.
to give viewers some feedback on or some background story of what happened with Hogan. Hulk Hogan was recorded, not knowingly, maybe about 8 years ago, speaking to his a then person that he was doing his infamous sex tape with, and saying certain things that could be defined as being racist. I'm not sure exactly. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth, and I'm not sure exactly what he said. And to be honest with you, most of the words I probably can't even say on this program, and I'd rather not say.
Yeah, the transcript's pretty bad.
Yeah, and those beliefs are definitely not our beliefs, so I'm not even going to repeat them. But he did say some derogatory things in a racist manner. So this happened a little while back, or a few weeks back, and WWE was very swift to turn around and erase or try to erase Hulk Hogan from the network. Hall of Fame, certain matches, his profile, stuff like that. Whether or not you believed in that, it happened. First of all, before we go on with the story, did you believe that WWE made the right decision in doing that at the time?
I know you have to distance yourself from him, and I expected him to be fired, but to be completely erased from everything, I didn't see that. I didn't think it was necessary, but I mean, I get it. You have to get as far away from that as possible, because that's a big thing and it's a very sensitive issue.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you that they needed to distance themselves, and I think they did the right decision as far as kind of getting rid of him in a Hall of Fame sense, or kind of taking that back and firing him, obviously. But if you're going to do what you did and distance yourself that much from him, why are you not doing it with certain people like Donald Trump? I'm not putting Donald Trump and Hulk Hogan in the same manner, because Hulk Hogan's a wrestler, Donald Trump's on the celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame. But everyone has heard these, derogatory remarks that Donald Trump has said and whatnot. Look, we're not a political program. I'm not going to go into the whole political aspect of it. It's just food for thought. It's like, I understand firing Hulk Hogan. I fully agree with you. And I also fully agree with you about why they went to that great distance to do that. They didn't need to take him off of the Hall of Fame and all this stuff. Look, Hulk Hogan, for what you did, we're sorry, but we have to let you go.
Yeah.
But trying to erase him from our minds as wrestling fans, that's
kind of impossible.
That's pretty insane.
And like you said, well, why don't you put that on Donald Trump? Well, what about, there's been other issues with other wrestlers. Stone Cold has had domestic violence issues.
Agreed.
And why don't you, treat him the same way? Yeah. He's arguably the only star that's been bigger than Hogan.
Yeah.
Man, they wiped Hogan out.
Yeah.
Hogan's, whatever he said was really, really bad. Don't get me wrong. And I read that transcript. I was like, dang.
Yeah, we're not saying that he should be forgiven for doing that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're a wrestling promotion. This is the wrestling industry. Mm-hmm. Your Hall of Fame is made up by you. It's not a vote. You're not being voted, and you only get in if you have certain percentage of votes. You get in because you can get in. You get in because we're trying to get you. Bruno Sammartino didn't talk to the company for how many years, and I'm sure that a promise of being in the Hall of Fame brought him back. So now he does promotional work. He's on a Legends contract.
Yeah.
Look, the only thing that I'm saying is you can't erase Hulk Hogan from our memories. You
Fair enough.
As wrestling fans.
Of course.
So, anyways, the more of the story is Hulk Hogan now appeared on Good Morning America this past week, which was a huge thing. I believe it was Monday.
I think that's right.
Which he was interviewed, and he basically kind of told his side of the story. Sincere or not, obviously he's going to try to say the right things. He's going to try to, say the right things to the public, make himself, look better. But, he didn't run away from it. He owned up to it. He apologized. He asked for forgiveness. What do you think as a wrestling fan and obviously as a human being that's heard this transcript, first of all, do you think Hulk Hogan could be, brought back to the WWE one day?
One day, sure. Soon, no. But maybe 5 years. It's man, you never know with WWE because they just kind of they're different with everybody. Like with even with I remember Macho Man, they just kind of forgot about him for a while because internal issues, and then it might be the same with this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you're gonna ask me if he's gonna be brought back into the WWE and forgiven, I figure one day he has support of, other people like I guess namely like The Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, but these are these are personal friends. Obviously, you got to look at it from every standpoint. I admire Hulk Hogan at least for going on TV, saying in public, even though it might have been scripted, even though he's doing it just to kind of gain a little publicity on the positive end, but he owned up to it. It's not like he said, "Oh, well, they're mincing my words," or that's not me or whatever. He did it. He owned up to it. He's asking for forgiveness. I think he's going to be brought back to the WWE.
I get that, he was asking for forgiveness and then he owned up to it, but then something just went off on my bullshit radar with some things he was saying.
Yeah.
Like how, well, when I was growing up, they just used to throw that word around like it was nothing. I'm like, dude, Hogan, you're fucking like 65 years old. When you were growing up, that's maybe the 60s, I think?
That's a long time
dude,
ago.
They're not walking around going, yo, what up?
Yeah.
They're not doing that at that time. I felt like he was making an excuse there, and I thought that was stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you want people to forgive you, they will. Or you just be honest. Like, I said it, I'm sorry, and
You made a great point.
I don't think he's
You
I don't think he's a racist. I mean, we all say shit at some times, and we're caught or not, and he was caught.
But
I understand.
But for me, and I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. But we all say things. I mean, we all say things to friends. We all say things to other people in a joking manner, whatever. But if you're a star and you're a celebrity, especially that stature, it doesn't matter if you're having a one-on-one conversation in a closet with your best friend or your father.
Yeah,
you don't say shit like that.
Fair enough.
And I'm not saying that other people that aren't celebrities should say things like that. We don't condone that here. But at the same time, if you're in that, you don't see The Rock, going around talking to somebody, and you have your persona and your celebrity status.
Yeah. I mean, who knows, man? What it's this thing like with Donald Sterling before. Like, he didn't know he was getting taped, and he's been the Clipper owner for how fucking long?
Yeah, but he
was fucking full-blown racist.
He was out of... He admitted being racist. He didn't care that people knew he was racist.
Yeah.
That's the main difference. But look, you're Hulk Hogan. I really hope, you're truly honest with what you were saying. I do agree with you with the bullshit meter. But I hope there's a little bit of sincerity with that. And I hope to see you back because, as a kid, Hulk Hogan was it, man.
My first memory wrestling.
The WrestleManias, the Pontiac Silverdomes, the Andre the Giant Body Slam. When I was growing up, man, that was it, dude. I had the stupid orange and red colors all the time. I had the stupid fake mustache. I didn't really eat vitamins and whatever, but
you didn't eat your vitamins.
I was told to
brush your teeth and shit.
But that's the thing. I'm hoping he comes back into good graces, which I think he will eventually. But smarten up. And to all the WWE superstars that are following footsteps with these legends, make sure you're watching these guys make mistakes so you don't make the same mistakes.
Yeah, and be honest, Hogan. Like, That'll help you, I think. Cause, dude, he made it seem like he was growing up around when like NWA was prominent. Like, dude, you're already a fucking old man when they were out, and then the way he was phrasing some things, he's like, well, they used to throw it around like this and that. It's like, that's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is not how. It's not that people aren't mad that you used the N-word. They're mad in the context you used it. Yeah. You're not saying. You're not doing fucking Booker T shit. You're calling somebody
that word.
Yeah, and it's not. That's what people are mad about. But then he tried to spin it like, well, they used to say it around me all the time. Like, dude, don't make excuses. Say you're sorry. Say you fucked up.
Yeah,
people fuck up, and we're a forgiving society. We just need to know that you're sincere, and then it's not going to help if you're not being honest.
Yeah, look, we're not a political podcast. You know. We rarely kind of talk about this much in the political standpoint, but because it had to do with, wrestling and wrestling industry and wrestling, being wrestling fans, we felt that it was a necessity to bring it up. But it doesn't matter who you are, man. Just, have a level head and think before you talk. That's what my dad told me. That's what I'm going to tell my kids. Just think before you talk.